So today I have done a smoky eye tutorial for you. I had a friend suggest that, and because I was admiring her beautiful smoky eye, and she said you should do a tutorial on that, and I thought, yeah, what a great idea, because I love a smoky eye. It's one of those looks that doesn't take a lot of precision, and you can blend things out that you screw up, and so I hope you guys enjoy it. I've just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the positive feedback that you've given me on the videos. I am so blown away by just the nice things that people have said, and I just want to tell you guys thank you so much, because it's been a few years that I have felt like I was a little bit stuck. My life isn't, in a place that I thought it would be when I was young, and that left me feeling stuck, and I was not really moving forward with things, and this has really helped me a lot, just to have an outlet and something fun to do and to talk with you guys, and it's opened just lots of conversations up with people, and I've just really enjoyed this. So thank you guys seriously so much. It has been a pleasure doing these and putting these videos together, and I love the feedback, so keep it coming. Thank you so much. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and I'll see you after.
Hi there. So I already have my foundation on, and I have gone ahead and done my brows as well for time's sake. And the first thing I'm going to do for this look is prep my eyelids. I do that with the concealer, as I've done in another video, and sometimes if I'm doing my highlight under my eyes and concealing and that type of thing, I'll just bring a little product up instead of like adding it to the lid as I am here. But here I am starting with my eyeshadow first, because this is such a dark look that I'm probably going to have a bit of fallout from the eyeshadow down below, and I wanted to be able to do the concealing and highlighting last, so that if there was any fallout it would get covered up and taken care of. So then I'm just blending that concealer onto my lids to get rid of the veins and the discoloration or any purpleness or anything like that. And now I'm taking a pressed powder from a Too Faced palette that I have. It's like a collection palette, limited edition, but it's just a light pressed powder, and I'm taking a setting brush and going over my lids with that. And then I'm taking the taupey color from the Lorac Pro palette, my favorite, as you probably have learned by now, and doing the domed brush with that windshield wiper motions, and just starting to build some color there with that into the crease. And then I'm going underneath my eye and lining that, blending that out as well with that taupe color, and just sweeping that all over the lid. And we're going to build upon this with some darker color, but for now this is what we're working with. Okay, now I'm taking the color Sable in the same palette, and I'm going to start applying that into the crease. I'm using a little pencil eyeshadow brush here, and I'm using very light strokes, very light motion on this, and I'm just starting in that crease, and I'm just going to get color applied here, and then I'm going to blend it out. And I'm just using the softest, lightest touch. I do want the color to get applied nicely, and then we are going to go in and take another brush and blend this out. But for now, we're going to make basically a V shape on the outside of the crease there. And I'm taking my time on this part, because I do like to make sure that color gets built to the level that I want, depending on how deep. Now I'm going in with a color called Glamazon out of that Too Faced palette. It's basically like a shimmery neutral goldy champagne color, so you could use any champagne-y color. I wanted a shimmer on this, so that's what I did. And now I'm going back in with that dome brush, and I'm going to blend out that color that I applied in the crease, and just keep blending that out. I want the color to stay. I don't want to blend it so much that the color's super diffused, but I do want to have it definitely less intense than it is at this point. And you can see I'm just using circular motions to get that blended out. until it's basically the look that I want. And then I'm just taking my finger to clean up those sides there. And since I don't have concealer there yet, it's a good time to do it. Now I'm taking this like lighter peachy shade and going in the inner corners of my eyes. That's from a Stila palette. And it's just a shimmery light peach color that works nicely to open up your eyes. And now I'm taking that pencil brush again with a little bit of a sable, and I'm going and lining my eyes, just a smoky line, blurred out, and just going to build that up until I get to the darkness that I want, the depth that I want. We are actually going to add another darker color as well to that, so I don't have to spend a ton of time here, but I do want to get that applied evenly to both sides and make sure that it's coming up into the other part that I did on my crease. So in the same palette, I'm using the espresso color now. It's just an even darker brown color. These are all pretty neutral browns. And I'm going in and I'm lining my upper lid with that shadow. So I'm taking that pencil brush and I'm just smudging it all over the top lid in where I would normally put eyeliner. And we will actually be adding eyeliner as well. And so I am smudging it a little bit as I go. I could apply it and then smudge it. It's personal preference, but I think that this works and saves time. And then going, of course, to the other side. And you can see that's a nice dark, rich brown. You could definitely swap out grays and blacks for this as well. I think brown is very flattering. These are very neutral browns, the taupey browns. So I think that it makes a really pretty look in the end. And then I'm going down underneath and adding that espresso under the eye as well, smudging that out as I go, connecting it to the upper lash line where I've just added that shadow as well, and winging that out just a little bit up there by the crease, and just taking my time to make sure that those are evenly matched. Now I'm going back through with a dome brush and I'm blending that because it looked a little too severe for me, and this is all about smudges and smoke and shadow, so I want to go back in and blur that line that I've got going there. So a brush like that with the dome-shaped brush or a similar fluffy brush would work for that. Just making sure both eyes obviously look even. And smudging out the top line as well a little bit with that shadow too. And now I'm going in with a Garnier black liner. And I am filling in that line there too. And I'm basically lining where I normally would. This has a smudge sponge thing on the end of it, so it will look nice when I smudge it over at the end. And now I'm going over and doing the other eye, of course, with the liner, and then we're going to go back in once this is finished and do the smudging, which I'm doing now. And so it's got that little dauber smudge sponge on the end. I don't know what else to call it. And smudging that out just so the lines are blurred. We don't want any harsh lines in this look. It's got a deep, these colors are deep. They definitely add a lot of depth to the eye, but we don't want anything super harsh or severe. The whole point is smoky, blurred lines, just adding depth to your eye area. Really fun, another fun date night look or just going out look. Now I'm taking this Origins eyeshadow, and it's a slight shimmery white cream color, and I'm using that for my highlight shade just below my arch, and I'm just using a fluffy brush for that. Now I'm taking that Sigma brush that I believe it's E40 and blending out everything. And then I have this Makeup Forever Smokey Eye Extravagant, something like that. I can link it below. I have a sample. And so I thought that that would be perfect for this look. And I love the brush on this. It starts out really wide and then tapers down so you can get the little lashes up into your inner corner of your eye, but also really coats and gives a lot of volume to the rest of your lashes. So, and I like the texture of the mascara as well. And we all know that I put about 30 coats of mascara on. And for this look, you definitely want to make sure that you have enough mascara, a lot. And we're actually going to add lashes too. So I did go ahead and put lashes on. I did not film that because it's time consuming and we'll have to do another video. But here you see I'm going through now and I'm going to do my concealer for the under eyes and the highlight. And the reason that I waited, as I said before, is because of the fallout that you get from a look like this. A lot of times underneath you want to be able to conceal afterwards so that you can make that eye, just draw attention to the eye to get it to pop and get underneath the smoke. And if there's any fallout, you can take care of that at this step as well. Then I'm just going in with my concealer brush and blending that out. I use a concealer brush a lot of times for my under eye circles just because it's more concentrated and I just feel like it gives me a better coverage than just the Beauty Blender alone. And now I'm just taking my time with the Beauty Blender, the damp sponge, and blending that out. I should say it's actually not a Beauty Blender, it's a Beauty Blender knockoff. And then blending around my nose and just making sure that all the excess product is pulled up there. And now I am going back in with some blush, and this is a I don't know what this blush is called actually. I'll have to link it below, but it just gives a nice rosy tone to the cheeks. Taking my time on the apples there, I'm just blending that out as well. I forgot to mention I did already do my contour before I started the video as well, just to get that out of the way. So now I'm blending the blush look into the contour. Then I'm taking this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector for my highlight, and I'm just going to dab it on my cheek and blend it out. I think I did get a little much on that, a little too much product on my finger when I did that. So less is more with this product, but it's really beautiful. It really adds such a pretty glow to your face, and I was really pleased with it the first time I used it, and so I've been choosing that one over my Bare Minerals Illuminator. And then I'm going to put it down the center of my nose just a little bit. And then on the Cupid's bow, which will give a more full lip look. And just making sure that's blended out on the cheekbones there. And I'm going to put a little bit under the arch for a little bit of highlight. And that just adds a nice, I guess it draws attention to your eyes. That's what we're doing, is just drawing attention to the spots that we want attention drawn to. Now I'm taking the pressed powder from that palette again and just setting the under eye area so that doesn't melt off or have issues during the day or night as it be. And then I am taking a NYX liner in Nude Pink, and I'm just going for a nude lip look here and lining my lips. And then I'm going to fill those in with a NYX nude lip color that I have. I often think of the color that I'm going to use. You'll see, I think it's called Nude. Again, I'll link it below. I always think of summer when I think of it, but it's really a pretty shade for any time of year, and it just gives a nice and pretty nude look. I did go ahead and blend a few different colors here till I got exactly the look that I wanted. I'm using a NYX like crayon pencil here. It's in a nude shade as well, and just adding that until I get the I guess I wanted a more nude look than I was getting. And so then I'm adding like a creamy lip gloss. I believe it's L'Oreal. I will link it below. And just softening that look again.
So there you go, guys. Hopefully that gives you a really good start on a smoky eye. If you screw up any of that, you know, you can definitely blend it out. It's always blendable. And doing the concealer underneath the eye afterward really helps with all that fallout that you get from the dark eyeshadow. So you can definitely change up the colors in this look for something that you prefer. Blacks and grays and browns are typically the colors that you'd want to go with for a more deep smoky eye, but you can play around with all different sorts of color. I'd be happy to do a tutorial on that at some point also. So hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching. Please hit thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe for more videos. I'd love to keep them coming for you. So have a great day.